Hey, Eric with you. Thanks for joining me. I have a topic tonight that I really struggle with, and I'm sure many of you struggle with also. It's called the helicopter parent. The helicopter parent, of course, because we're hovering over our children. We're always around them. We're always trying to. It's not necessarily that we're trying to do something that's going to be detrimental to them, but we're trying to, more to the point, help them. We want to be overly cautious and help direct them, point them in the right direction, help them make critical decisions, or not even critical decisions, just decisions in general, because the last thing we want is to see our children harmed or to become upset over a decision they made. I can remember my son playing soccer, and I was one of those psychotic parents on the sideline, screaming at him at the top of my lungs, "Go here, do this, go to that guy, dribble the ball this way, pass it to him." And one day I just caught myself and I took a step back and I said, how is he ever going to learn this game if I'm sitting there trying to tell him every step? So I began to really take notice and be mindful of that, and just completely did a 180 and started to back off. And lo and behold, his improvement was much more significant than compared to when I was trying to tell him what to do. Even my daughter, sometimes I see her studying and I want to tell her, you should try studying this way or do it that way. But again, I'm really trying to bite my tongue now. I have an older son who's in college, and I really have to restrain myself from telling him, specifically, do it this way. I really have to hold back. And again, that's helicopter parenting, when you really want to be involved. Every decision, every step they make, you want to tell them, you want to direct them. And in the long run, that is going to hurt them. That will be detrimental for them because you're not letting them develop. They need to go through that, and we can actually call that trial and failure. I know, again, as a parent, it breaks your heart to see your kids do something where you may know that it is the wrong decision, but again, we are going to disrupt their development if we keep intervening. They have to try, they're going to fail, but that's how they learn, that's how they develop. So another concept I wanted to bring your attention is autonomy equals self-motivation. And again, autonomy is giving your children the freedom to make their own decisions, to make their own choices. Even again, if you feel it's not the right choice, you have to give them that autonomy, that freedom. And when you give that to them, they will become more and more motivated because they know that you're giving them that trust now, that you feel they're capable of making decisions. They'll have more autonomy, and again, that will just feed their fire. It'll make them more and more motivated. And of course, they're going to learn so much more by making mistakes, by failing, but that will help them in the future again. They will have learned from those experiences and be that much wiser for it. And a lot of research has shown now that children that feel autonomy and also come, I have here, home is where the heart is. If they come from a home where there is unconditional love, where they know even if they do make a wrong mistake or fail, they are still going to be, they're still going to be loved no matter what. Either way, if they do well, yes, and even if they don't do well, that home is where the heart is, where the love is. And again, it's unconditional, right or wrong. If they know they have that safety net going into making decisions and choices, they're going to do much, much better, not only at that time, but in the future too when they're an adult. So Give them autonomy, give them freedom, give them that unconditional love, show them that you trust them, be there for them if they're wrong, and just tell them, hey, learn from your mistake, let's move on. So I just put at the end here, we have to let go. And again, I have to really work at this. It is so difficult to do that. Easy to sit up here and say it, but it's very difficult to do it, of course. And I just want to put one caveat, of course. Now, when I'm saying children should have autonomy, should have freedom to make choices, of course, as their parent, if we know the choice is going to be physically harmful to them, if it's going to harm them irreparably, then yes, of course, step in. I'm talking about everyday decisions that will not cause permanent harm or permanent damage. But again, if you feel they're definitely going to do something that's going to be harmful forever for the long term, then please step in. So I just wanted to make that point. But yes, overall, for the majority of decisions, we have to let go and let children learn. They'll grow from it, and they'll be so much better off in the future. So just wanted to bring that to your attention. I think that was self-therapy for myself also. But hope that helps you. Just asking if you can try to share this information with other parents. I think it is so helpful just to hear this. And again, you can compare it to your own situation, your own children, and go from there. If you can like the video, it will just help spread the word also. And if you like my content, what I'm speaking about, I'm going to be making much, much more of similar types of topics just for the health and well-being of children. I'd love to have you subscribe. All right, thanks so much. Remember, let go. All right, talk to you soon. Bye-bye.